it can flip-flop. So your investment strategy's got to change over time too. Sad every day. I got to leave my wife in this isolation for a COVID hotel, but what do you got to do? I just sit outside the window and try to say hello and be supportive. You know, what else can you do, really? Here we are. This is the nice marina. Anyway, we try and take a walk every day. Lots of things happening in the news every day, you guys. What are you seeing? Can you guys remember to please like this, subscribe to it, click that notification bell if you get any value from it. So, you know, there's a lot of things happening in real estate, and there's a book by Peter Zian that I actually absolutely love. So many years ago, like 15 years ago, there was a book called Boom, Bang, Bust. It was about demographics. First book that got me kind of interested in that. And if you read about Peter Zian, that's the basis of everything he does. It's just the demographic collapse that's going to be happening around the world. Now, places like in Canada, we can actually bring in people. So we'll have a lot of immigration coming here. Now, a place like Japan, we were just reading this morning, they're down 600,000 people from last year. 600,000 people have passed away, but there's no children in Japan. And so now there is millions of homes that are empty. So, you know, we got to get out of our heads a little bit when we're talking about Canada and the United States, because we're always saying, well, there's a shortage of homes. There is right now. You know, the last recession, there was too many homes. And now there's going to be a lot of countries that has too many homes. So we have to kind of balance what we're thinking and always be changing the rules too, you know, like there's times that right now, what are they talking about in the States? That Florida is the most amazing state to go to because it's very landlord friendly, no taxes, it's very conservative. Yeah, but it wasn't always that way. It can flip-flop. So your investment strategy's got to change over time too. So just try to be smart. Always go to landlord friendly jurisdictions. I love this bridge. This is called the Amsterdam Bridge. They've removed this section so that boats can go through, but also they did it during COVID, so people couldn't walk over it. At the bottom of the CN Tower, so Toronto, actually we got a really bad deal. This bridge was built here and named the Amsterdam Bridge. Okay, it's a little piece of tin. And then in exchange, in Amsterdam, they took like a 500-year-old beautiful bridge, cars driving across it, and named it Toronto Bridge. We got the better end of that deal, man. Anyway, so you guys, we had a couple issues, not issues, can we say issues? People who were concerned yesterday. So the very first thing that I would bring up is they were saying, I have bought silver earlier this year and I'm going to buy it again later, but the price has gone down, so they're upset about that. So if that happens, so I bought silver last year. I've also bought silver in 2010, 2011, 2012, you know, I'm buying it all the time. So prices are down, but when it goes down, I get excited and I go buy more. Warren Buffett always says that a Big Mac is going to cost you $5 or something, you know, but if it goes on special and it's cheaper, then you go buy 2 of them. That's how I grew up anyway. So when silver is super, super cheap, you should get excited and go buy more, which is what I do. But maybe that's not for you, you know. I can tell you that I have a younger brother and he could never own that because he gets so worried on a day-to-day basis, right? It's not the right thing for everybody. But if you could buy something and put it away for 10 years and never leave it and never touch it, then I think it would be a great idea. We're probably in the commodities bull cycle. Sure looks like that right now. Look at this. This used to be a park where they would have paddle boats in it. I don't know if there was leaks or what, but they ended up painting it. Now they usually put picnic tables out here. So, you know, Canada, where we are in Toronto, we're in a very favored position here because the country attracts a lot of immigrants to the country. So we could fill some of the population decline that we have. We also don't have very good policies to support people that have kids. You know, there's one country in Hungary. Hungary has a program that if you have 4 kids, you never pay taxes again. And they help you pay for your house and a car just so that you can have kids. So, you know, you have to have a program, something like that, that really supports moms. So that is one thing. We're in a favored position. We're also in a great position, and we don't realize it because as you walk anywhere, trees, 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 trees. So if you're in a place that has all these trees, it means that you can grow food. But what you don't realize is the majority of the world cannot grow food. We are just so lucky to be in a place that can. So be thankful for that, right? As far as silver, still a good investment. As far as homes, we have to be able to look into the future and make a prediction. And there are, fortunately, millions of charts that we can look at. Millions of charts. And all of these charts are going to be teaching you something about where the future is going to go. It sure looks like we are heading into a rough recession that's going to last a lot of years. This is not just like garden variety. This is created by the Federal Reserve and the central banks. They need this. They need to put down inflation. So I always say your best pound for pound investment is in books, just studying the money supply, getting good financial education, understanding how this works, right? Be into plays that are very, very safe. Another client we were talking to yesterday, he had done really, really well. He's saved up $1 million, right? But then he can't figure out what to do with it. I can tell you that, you know, if you invest $1 million, you can't do anything, right? It's going to give you a couple $100 a month. It's not going to change your life at all. But if you used it properly, you can get yourself another $25,000 a month. And then you don't have to work anymore. So this is where financial education is key, figuring out how money mechanics works, which is what we do. If you can learn how money works, how money is created, how it comes into existence, how it's used, how to use leverage, how to use banks, how to use other people's money. If you can figure that stuff out, you don't have to work anymore. You know, we always say you get in partnership with the government. The government has not just hundreds, thousands of pages of tax credits and things like depreciation where you don't have to pay tax if you become partners with the government. So never cheat on your taxes. Why on earth would you ever cheat on your taxes when you can pay no taxes legally, right? Just get into business with the government. Do what they ask you to do. Anyway, that's my suggestion for you guys. You know, I'm always here for your health, wealth, and happiness. If you like this kind of stuff, please remember to like and subscribe to it. We really appreciate it. I just saw that yesterday they did a survey in the US. Why we talk about the US a lot? Canada is intrinsically linked. We're touching them, okay? And almost everything we make goes to the States. But 50% of businesses, 50% of businesses are thinking about laying people off within the next 6 months. 50. But what do you think is going to happen? It's a snowball effect, right? So how much savings do you have? We always talk about having 6 months emergency supply left in your house. But some people might only have 1 month. Some people have 6 months of savings saved up. So the average payment in Toronto is up $1,073. So do you have an extra $1,000 just laying around? Okay, maybe you can last 1 more month. If your mortgage payment is more than that, you may have less. But the average person does not have 5 months, 6 months, a year. And in Canada, we can't lock in rates for 30 years. We'll only lock them in for usually 5. So what does that mean? You know, even if they leave the rates exactly where they are for 5 years, they'll wipe most people out. So be careful. Be careful. Focus on your cash flow. What I do is my book that I'm writing is every dollar, every credit, and every drop. So every minute of your life should be spent just looking for cash flow and learning how to do money mechanics. You guys can do this, man. You can retire if you want to. You just got to work hard. Listen, man, I didn't come from anything. It wasn't too many years ago that I couldn't even afford food. I couldn't afford to fix my car. I couldn't have gas in the car. I couldn't do anything. It was really, really, really rough. Thank goodness that we embarked on this journey, and my wife and I teamed up on this stuff, you know, because And now we have choices. So that's what I want for all you guys. You can do this, man. I'm there for you. Have a great day, guys. Love you.